Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Let Me Know podcast, the podcast where we're still rooting for teams that can't win. Nothing new over here on the Let Me Know podcast. Obviously, we are from Philadelphia, and that makes things, just that much harder.
Almost impossible for us to ever get a victory. Eagles showcasing their talents.
Yes, the Eagles with their beautiful 17-0, their 17-0 lead blown there.
Yeah, I can't even comprehend how they did it.
I'm actually it is truly impressive that they were able to lose so horribly in a game against Washington. They were playing Washington. Come on, guys. What are you doing? It's Washington. They've been last in our division for the past 4 years. Mind you, we've been number 1 in our division for the past 4 years. And so
Trading places.
Carson Wentz did a press conference, and he was like, "I have to be better," and I'm like, "Yeah, Carson, you do have to be better." If I was Doug Peterson, you know what I do? You know what I do, Carson? If I was Doug Peterson, I'd just switch you out for the rookie from Oklahoma University. What's his name? Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
You know what? You know what? Yeah, you know what? You know what's gonna hurt? You know what's gonna hurt? Yeah, hurts bad, dude. Hurts bad. All right, come on. I mean, that's disappointing.
Did you watch it? Because I did not watch it.
I did.
I've only gathered the news through the collective cries of everyone in the city.
Yeah, I did watch it.
Yes.
Okay, and there goes.
Oh my God.
What happened?
It sounded like you threw your mic across the room.
I did not throw my mic across the room. I did. It did fall. For sure, it definitely did fall. But
that was pretty
I'm
awesome.
sorry. Actually, you know what? I'm not sorry. Anybody got to listen to that? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Speaking of hell yeah, Jay, would you like to let them know our very special topic of discussion this episode?
What is it, Vilnius? Is it cool?
Well, they'll find out after you introduce it, Jay.
So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a little company that we call Supercell.
Little indie gaming company, indie game devs.
Indie game. Well, they were indie game devs, weren't they? I mean, at some point, right?
And not at the release of what we're discussing.
Yeah, that's true. They have absolutely managed to overcome all the obstacles. There's no obstacles.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, there are no obstacles.
There's no obstacles
Easiest
anymore.
ride to power ever. Make game, make hella dosh. They have made so much money.
Hella dosh. Make that dosh, baby. Make that dosh. Exactly.
Step 1, make mobile game. Step 2, make all of the money in the world.
No, I think you mean make all of the dosh. Make dosh.
So, we are obviously discussing Lost and Crowned, the latest 10-minute short film about the Clash extended universe. Well, not universe, but Clash Royale and Clash of Clans, you know.
Was it? But it wasn't really about Clash of Clans. It was a Clash Royale short.
I guess the king is only in Clash Royale, so technically, yes. I guess it's more of a Clash Royale thing than a Clash of Clans. So...
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely more... Well, it's called Clash Royale. That's what it is, so...
I'm looking at it here. It just says a Clash short film.
Oh, I thought it said Clash... Okay, well, maybe not. No.
Yeah.
So...
Anyhow. So I'll start off the discussion. I'm going to say it was surprisingly good. I kind of enjoyed it.
It was actually pretty good. It was bearable.
No, it was better than bearable. It was
good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun. The animation is great. I I don't know that I've ever really watched them before like that.
I also have spent very little time watching short films. The animation, I would agree, was pretty great for the most part. I thought specifically the scenes inside of the castle were the best. The outdoor shots looked a little worse, but I did enjoy like the crowd shots because or they had a bunch of small details among the background characters that I thought
Yes,
were
they did
kind
for
of
sure.
nice to have,
Yes, that was kind of cool.
They added to the charm of that. The highlight of the animation is obviously the bit on the rocket where they cruise through the castle, destroying everything, which is about a third of the short.
Dude, I don't know. I really like just the fact at the beginning. So the premise is that they're the two little skeletons, skelly bobs, as I like to call them.
Skelly
And they're just,
Bobs.
and they're, if anybody's familiar with the witch, they're the witch's children.
What?
Yeah,
This
she
is
gives them even.
this is canon?
Yeah, you didn't see that. It's at the beginning of the what's it called?
The short?
It's at the beginning of the short.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You are correct.
Yeah, I am correct on this. I'm one of the most correct people that you've ever seen on this.
Hell yeah.
You ain't ever seen anybody as
No one
cool.
has ever been more correct, both politically and intellectually, than Jay.
Yes, yes, I am very, very cool. So watch yourself, you know.
Watch your step. So what were you saying about the witches?
So basically, the skeletons are the witch's kids. So you know how in Clash Royale, like the witch spawns the skeletons, right?
Well, this is what I was getting to. Despite me being the one who suggested this, I've played maybe a collective 10 minutes of Clash Royale and maybe even less of Clash
10
of
minutes.
Clans. I just thought that the
10
idea of a
minutes.
Clash of Clans Clash Royale short was incredibly funny and we needed to discuss it.
I, I mean, I understand and I agree that this is a very necessary topic of discussion. But also,
The
like,
most important of them all.
I mean, I haven't heard a more important topic of discussion since I don't
Fast
know the
food,
Vietnam
since
War.
fast food.
Oh, since fast food. That's right. Yeah, fast food's pretty important too. But I would honestly beg to differ. I'd be like, you know what? Fast food? No. Clash
Yeah.
Royale. Dead game. Well, it's not a dead game at all, actually, which is kind of crazy to me. The fact because I still remember when did it come out? I think it came out in like 2017. I
Clash
remember Toby
Royale? Way earlier than that. You were playing it in middle school.
2016. Sorry, not 2017. Yeah, 2016, like mid seventh grade. That sounds about right to me.
Yeah.
It was supposed to come out 2015 though. Because the thing with Supercell is that they always like announce a game and then it just never comes. And so, and so I mean, they do this routinely. There have been, I think, 2 games since December 2018. I know for a fact since Brawl Stars because they announced it like in Brawl Stars forums or whatever.
Oh.
There have been 2 games since like December 2018.
That have been delayed that heavily?
Yeah, I think one of them was called Rush Wars,
Rush Wars.
and the other one was I can't remember what the other one was, but that one was more recent. I think I don't know, dude. Like Supercell confuses me, but they do some weird stuff. But anyway,
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter to them. As I touched upon, they make incredulous amounts of money, so.
incredulous. Yes, talk about Sweden, baby.
I love that they have put they've put battle passes into their games. Like there's a Brawl
Oh
Stars
yeah, that's
battle
just
pass.
that's just disappointing.
It
That's
is
just so disappointing to me. You know, there's a battle pass in Clash Royale, right?
there is. How does that even work?
Uh, well, basically, you spend $5, you get a premium track, and you get some extra cards. But the funny part is
Wow.
that is absolutely useless at a certain point because you wouldn't need more cars. Why would you need more cars? You don't need more cars. So I said cars. I meant card with a D. My apologies, people. I know
Yo,
I've probably
Clash
ruined
Royale is constantly playing me
adding those
with their
cars.
cars.
Dude, their cars. I mean, listen, I really appreciate it when they license that Maserati, but let's be real here. All right? Let's be absolutely real here. Like, uh, I don't know. That was all I was gonna say.
Nothing? No conclusion?
Just no illness. You know
Let's
me.
be real here. I didn't think of a joke.
I mean, villainous. Can we really consider any of our jokes anyway because they're all bad?
This is a fair point.
This is fair. See, that's all it took, villainous, and now you understand my plight.
uh, moving back to the topic. I guess we're still on topic, but you know what I mean. The short film.
We're
One
on
thing.
topic enough that the topic is off topicness.
What?
Would you like me to repeat what I just said?
I don't even understand that.
We are so on topic if the topic is being off topic. And since we're always off topic, we are perpetually on topic.
Okay, then, I guess.
Okay, kids, if you ever want to confuse villainous, I have just taught you how. Every time you see him in the streets, just be like, yo, what if we're so on topic that we're off topic, but off topic that we're on topic? And he will just die. It'll just die.
Okay, so one thing I really liked about the short film was the music. I thought the music was really good, added to the fantastical elements, kind of to the whimsical nature of the short. It wasn't like too special, and it wasn't like fantastic to the point where I would actually go out and listen to it, but it was quite enjoyable.
Yeah. I noticed that specifically. Like, oh, they have some nice music here. I kind of like it. So, and I think it was really just like classical music. It wasn't like anything crazy.
No, it wasn't anything special. It was fairly Disney-esque, I would say.
Yes, that is probably accurate. It was pretty Disney-esque. They made it so it went really well. And it wasn't like weird and like, dude, we're Supercell, but we're making a short film. Like, this isn't our place. It really felt like they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, I agree.
Villainous,
it was
since
really
Villainous is so familiar with
product.
Supercell games, since he is so familiar with Supercell games, he can definitely give me a good judgment on whether or not this was a true Supercell product. And it seems like it gets 5 Villainesses out of 10. Or 5 Villainesses out of 5.
No, out of 10.
5 out of 5 Villainesses. Supercell, from the Let Me Know podcast, you get 5 Villainesses.
Yeah, clone me.
Take it or leave it.
I would say leave it, honestly, but
leave it. You don't want the 5 Villainesses? I'll take the 5 Villainesses.
No, I don't want them.
For real though?
Yeah, throw them out in the trash, burn them.
Oh God! Burn the clones, murder the clones. Anyway, we need to recount the plot of the wonderful Supercell specialty.
Yeah. So, essentially, it's about the 2 skeletons that we brought up earlier, and they have been given a job by their recently discovered mother, the witch, to be guards.
I don't know if they were given the job by the witch, but all I know is she gave them little lunch baggies, and it was cute.
That is true.
All right.
Let's just say they're going to work, and they work as the guards in the castle, for the king's crown. The king isn't in the room; it's just of his crown, and so.
Well, the king is in the room sometimes.
He's in there sometimes. He's not in it for most of the short, though.
Villainous.
I apologize. And so the one skeleton, let's say, Skeleton A. Skeleton A is, very
Hmm.
straight-faced, wants to get the job done, and, not screw around. Skeleton B is a bit more childish and is very interested in going to this crown, right?
Yes,
Uh,
Skeleton B is the cute one. Skeleton A, he can go to hell.
nah, Skeleton A was great. I'm very pro Skeleton A.
I'm
Um,
gonna dead. I'm gonna make him double dead.
double dead,
Like
double tap him.
like how he's already no, but Vilnius, you know how he's like are you
Yes,
dead?
yes, I caught that. I caught that.
Yeah,
Because he's a
like that
skeleton.
Vilnius. Hmm. Hmm.
Skeletron. Uh,
So
Skeleton B, after many attempts at this that are stopped by Skeleton A, successfully goes in and picks up the crown. That's his main goal. He wants to wear the crown, right? Skeleton B takes it off of the cushion that it's on, and a trap has been set. They have like a measure to protect against the stealing of the crown. Uh,
yes, and what is the measure Vilnius? Like I don't even know what it is,
it
dude.
doesn't make
All I know
sense
is
because it has
ice and
like
poison. Oh, it's a free spell and a poison spell. I just got that. I just realized
ah.
that.
Okay, I guess that makes sense because those are in Clash Royale. But it seems like
They're in both, yeah.
incredibly ineffective. Like they
Oh yeah,
return to the room
horrendously.
later, and there are no damages done at all. It looks like nothing has happened, nothing has
Yeah.
changed. But anyhow, so they're running away, and somehow like some fire sprites start chasing them, and
They're the little fire spirits, yeah.
that's what they are. Okay.
Little dudes, yeah.
They hide from these guys as well as some other guards that walk by because it looks like they have just stolen the crown, which they have, although with less ill intent than one might assume.
It was not with ill intent. I can't believe
Yes.
Vilnius is blaming these poor
Wait,
children.
that is the opposite of what I said.
Yeah, he's blaming them.
Wait, no.
Look at his silly face blaming the little children.
Look,
That's all he
all
does with his life is blame children. How can you do this, Vilnius?
I am anti-child.
No.
They move along, right? And somehow or another, they get into a room of explosive weaponry. The fire sprites follow them in there, and well, they explode everything. Uh,
They just blow it up. By the way, during this entire thing, the castle that they are guarding is unfazed. Like absolutely unfazed. There is no damage done to the
yeah,
castle.
like
We don't know
no,
why.
no. At the end of it, they have a shot at the end, like an outdoor shot, and they show that half of the castle is on fire.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind, never mind. Yes, you are right. Half of the castle is on fire at the end, but
Yes,
not before.
but even then, it no one seems to care. Like
No, no one
the
cares.
so
Absolutely
so
not.
what they do is that one of the rockets, for some reason, unlike all the others, just doesn't just explode. It ends up flying off around the castle and through the halls. They're kind of riding it like one would a donkey per se. Uh, they burst through a bunch of rooms, destroy everyone's fun. Bang bang, patang wang. Uh,
Exactly. Just like
Finally,
that.
the
That's what it
rocket.
sounded like.
That is exactly what it sounded like. It
Well, okay,
explodes.
wait, but hold up, hold up. There was some stuff in that part. First, they blast past the king, and he's like, "Yo," right? But then the Ram Rider from
Yo.
Clash Royale, and the princess from Clash Royale are hanging out, like reading a book or something, and the Ram Rider's ram is there, and then it makes that funny sound from the goat screaming meme.
I don't know. I
Um,
don't. I think that's just what
do you
goats
not?
do. That's what they sound like when they scream. It's not just a
No, no,
meme.
no. That is a sound bite that I've. That is a sound bite. That specific sound bite I've heard very, very many times.
Okay, I did not catch
Yeah,
that. I guess
I was
that's
kind of
cool.
hoping it would be a Wilhelm, but like it's alright. Like a
What does
Wilhelm
that mean?
scream. It's the one from. Have you not heard of that before?
What is a Wilhelm scream?
It's the one from. It's like notorious for being used in movies. Star Wars. It's in like every Star Wars movie. It's just a soundbite. I can't remember what it's from, but it has been popularized through film for a long time. So that's been kind of cool.
Okay. Huh. That could have been funny, I suppose. But I probably would not have recognized that. Okay. Uh, After the rocket has finally exploded and their riding of it has ended, the crown rolls into like some strange hole just in the middle of the sidewalk. That's probably the least sensical moment of the short. Why is this hole there?
Okay, yeah, the hole is just where the dragons live.
Yes,
Now
but
I
why
don't
are
know
the
why.
dragons just below? Why?
We
That
don't know
doesn't seem
why the
very safe.
dragons are there. Yeah, it's like just a dragon cage.
Yeah, it's shown that the dragons are like a hazard to everyone. Why would you just put them right there on a public
The whole
sidewalk? It's like putting a nuclear missile underneath, like, I don't know, Main Street, where tons of people walk every day. It does not make much
Yeah, I don't
sense.
know. It's kind of weird. Um, I like the idea of a nuclear missile under Main Street. Uh, the funny part about a missile, though, you silly Billy, is that it has to be shooted. You have to shoot at it.
You are correct. Missile was the not the correct weapon of choice. Let's just go with bomb. Pretend my analogy made sense.
What's wrong with you? But yeah, anyway, go on with what you were saying about the dangers of dragon.
Anyhow, the crown falls. It falls into the stomach of one of these baby dragons. And Skeleton A is really upset with Skeleton B. He's like, how could you? How could you do this? You lost the king's crown, except he doesn't speak because they're mute. Skeletons can't speak, as everyone knows. The short is very realistic. Anyhow,
Yes, yes.
Skeleton A is brooding and he walks off. Skeleton B, on the other hand, is like, man, I messed up. I gotta get this back. So he jumps inside of the skeleton's stomach and he gets vored. Or he jumps
In the
inside of the
dragon,
baby dragon's
he gets
stomach.
vored. Yeah, yes, of course, Felix. Vored.
It was perhaps not the most logical choice. Uh,
But perhaps it was a very logical choice, Felix. Uh,
yes. Skeleton A, upon realizing this, is immediately struck with fear because, well, essentially, Skeleton B just tried to kill himself. Uh, One would not suspect that getting eaten would normally have the best results, but in the end, it all works out, and the baby dragons turn into like an electronic tornado and vomit them up and just shoot everything with
yeah,
lightning.
I don't get the whole electronic tornado thing. Uh,
It's just a
listen,
cost-cutting measure. This is what I thought they were going for.
yes, perhaps, Felix. I don't know. It was cool though.
It was cool,
I don't know.
yes.
At the same time, kind of weird.
Yeah,
You know,
that's a
kind
good
of.
way to put. I think this entire short is kind
Yeah,
of good, but pretty weird. Why does it
yeah.
exist in the first place? Why is it so
We don't
good? You know?
we don't know, dude. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, really? Like, why would we know that? Like, there's absolutely no reason for us to know that. But yeah,
Yeah.
it is a weird, like, I don't get a lot of the further fandom around these games. Because what's funny is they just started as like casual, like mobile games, you know? But I guess they turned into like a phenomenon in
Yeah.
some ways. And it's kind of weird. I'm
It
not
is
gonna lie.
strange. They're probably the most successful mobile game developer, wouldn't you say? Does
Um,
anyone top them? Maybe Ketchup, but like
no,
Ketchup.
catch out not anymore, dude. They're
Hmm.
not going hard like they used to, dude. I mean, obviously they used to be like huge. Cause I don't know if I've played a catch up game
You
in
probably
like
have.
no, in a long time. I mean,
Yes, yeah. Neither have
You
I,
know?
but they used to make like every single game in the mobile market, and
Oh
none
my
of them
god,
were
yeah.
that good, but they had tons and tons of them.
Yeah, I mean, I used to love the game Jumpy Car.
I do not know this one. Is it somewhat like Funky Carts? Because if so,
Not at all.
oh,
Not at all, Villainous. I hope your dreams are crushed now that I've told you that.
my soul has been
Um,
utterly demolished. I will never feel
demolished.
again.
Jesus Christ. Um, no.
Speaking of not feeling, skeletons cannot feel, because they're dead. Anyhow, so they get the crown back. They run back to the castle. The castle, you can. This is where the shot I spoke of earlier, where it's just completely on fire and in wreckage. Uh, they run to the crown room, and there they find the king standing there waiting. And they put the crown down. The crown is
And it just
totally.
shatters. It just shatters. It's like not even a question. It just shatters. It's
Breaks into a
it's pretty
million
funny.
pieces.
It is pretty funny though. It is funny to see them sad after their horrible, horrible deeds.
Yes, truly, they're the worst criminals in the kingdom. The
Dude,
king
no
looks down
kidding.
on them, very disappointed. He shakes his head, but then he punches this massive statue of his face that's in his room for some reason. I don't know why he
We're not
commissioned
gonna
that,
question it though,
but
villainous.
it opens its mouth and eyes and starts to spew out crowns. It turns out that the crown was worthless all along.
But then they're on dishwasher duty, and I don't really know why.
Oh, that's their punishment for destroying the castle. They have to wash dishes. Uh,
Oh, that's for destroying the castle.
that's what I assumed, and the crown. But I don't know. It doesn't
Got
make
it.
sense that that's why. I would have, if I was directing it, probably have gone with a scene of maybe, they were on construction duty or something. But, you know, I guess there's some sort of lesson to be learned from that. Washing the dishes if you ever destroy your home in a fiery blaze.
Dude, all I gotta say is they got, dude. They got so got.
They got.
Like, for real, man.
I wouldn't want to wash the dishes either, man. Truly the worst punishment. Ooh, I'm shaking in my
Dude,
boots just thinking about it.
I can't believe they managed that, man. They are so stupid and dumb.
Did you watch the
Really.
credits and after credits scene, Jay?
There was an after credit scene. What is
There
this, a
was.
Marvel movie?
Well, it was nothing like
Yeah.
that. The credits were surprisingly short. For the quality of the film, I was expecting there to be a lot more, but they went on for maybe 5 seconds. They just showed like a bunch of names. It was under 100. I would have expected there to be quite a number of them, but
Villainous,
it was
as
a
a
small
connoisseur of
production.
film, what would you say was the highlight of your film watching experience?
I guess the scenes, just the long scene where they fly through the castle and destroy everything on the rocket.
What do you think of the stunning filmography?
Uh, it was pretty good. I thought most of the shots looked nice, except for, as I said earlier, the outdoor shots, which were uh, less pleasing to look at.
How judgmental of you, Vilnius. I can really appreciate that. Vilnius, given that we both work for IMDb,
As we do, yes.
as we do, as has been established for a long time, how would you say you'd rate this wonderful, wonderful film?
If I was to rate it, I would give it a solid 7 out of 10.
Wow,
Same rating as I gave Curse of the Crystal Coconut.
that that's you liked it the same as Curse of the Crystal Coconut?
No. Curse of the Crystal Coconut
Why?
I would put above it, but doing something like saying 7.5 out of 10, I'm not about that life, man.
Vilnius, you are that life.
So what would you give it, Jay?
Well, in the grand scheme of YouTube videos, right? Like, let's be honest, because that's, if I was watching just a YouTube video, I was like, oh, I wonder what this is like. And then I watch it, I'd be like, okay. So I'd have to give it a solid 6 out of 10.
Hmm.
What did I give Curse of the Crystal Coconut? Now that I
8.
think of that, like what?
You
Yeah,
gave it an
that
8.
sounds about right.
I don't know.
Sounds about
I'd say
right.
this is better than just a YouTube video, man. Most of YouTube is like the lowest form of art out there.
I guess so.
Like, just some random vlog, do you think carries the same value as this film did?
Yeah, of course, dude. I love Logan Paul. He's like my favorite. Yeah,
Man, Logan
Logan
Paul
Paul
cheated.
on he.
I don't know. I got that video recommended to me. I didn't watch it. It is maybe my favorite thumbnail of all time. It was incredibly funny. It was I cheated, and it's Logan Paul sitting next to some woman crying into his hands. And it was
Oh God.
incredibly funny.
Oh, I cheated. Oh, I get it. I cheated like romantically.
Yes, I assumed the video was clickbait, and I watched the first 5 seconds of it just to make sure it was before I openly made fun of it. And
Openly made fun of it to who, Vilnis?
to
Who
you
did
on
you
the
make?
podcast. But I also,
Wait, when was this? Hold up.
I don't know. But it was a very upbeat intro, so I just assumed that it had nothing to do with that, and it was like I cheated at this board game or something or whatever.
Was it like Ali A intro, like where it was like actually
No,
good?
no, no. It was like, hey guys, what's up? Hit that smash subscribe button,
Hit that smash.
do the like,
Like,
that type of stuff. And
like normal people say.
uh
Right?
here. So, what are your final thoughts on the film, Jay?
It was alright. It was like, I don't know, that's still weird. Clash Royale film. Like, why?
It is strange that it exists.
At the
Uh
same time? Yeah, it was good. It was acceptable.
yeah. I would say this is the best thing that Supercell has done that I have seen.
Just ever. It's the best thing Supercell has ever done, hands
I
down.
would I would say so. Yeah, better than Brawl
What?
Stars, better than Clash Royale, better than Clash of Clans, better than
Villainous,
Boom
you like
Beach.
Brawl Stars. Don't even say that.
I like Brawl
You like
Stars,
Brawl
but I'm
Stars.
not saying I don't like Brawl Stars. Liking something
You
less
think
than
this is
this,
better than Brawl Stars? Actually, yeah, I do
yes,
too. I don't like Brawl Stars that much anymore.
I
I
would
used to
value
like
this
Brawl
more
Stars
than
a lot.
every piece of Supercell media.
Wow. Villainous, we're making some big conclusions here today. I'm really proud of us.
I thought long and hard about this, and I'm going to have to change my answer. I like Brawl Stars more than this short film. I'm sorry, but it's true. Oh, I never got to talk about the outro, or the after credit scene, uh, which was they brought back the voice actor of the king from Clash Royale. You know the guy who does those lines like the hee hee ha ha of the emotes?
Yes,
That
of
dude,
course.
and he goes, and it's him sitting in front of his TV. The TV is
Like
where
the
he was
actual
watching
guy?
this. No, like an animated version of him. And then he says something like, "Wow, that was a fantastic thing. Great job." And then he looks at the camera and he goes, "Subscribe." And then he looks back at the TV for about 10 seconds. Then he turns back to the camera and he goes, "Subscribe." And he does it about 5 times and it gets really irritating.
Hey, dude, if you were wondering how to get people to subscribe, dude, I think that's the way to do it, man.
Yeah?
That's the way to do it. You just get an annoying person. Just like a genuinely annoying person.
Jay, you want to try it out?
Okay.
My funny joke.
Subscribe. Subscribe.
That was
All right.
great,
Anyway,
Jay. Thank you for
yeah.
listening.
Oh, we're done? Damn,
Yeah.
Wilderness, we didn't do a song of the week.
Oh, we can do that. I forgot about that. I have
We
one
can do
here.
that, Wilderness.
Here, I'll
Do I
go.
have one? I do have one. Hold up.
So, my song of the
Hold up.
week is Strange Things by Gorillaz, featuring Robert Smith of The Cure fame. It's another song from the Song Machine album, as that's trucking along. Finally going to come out in about a month or so. Very excited. I've enjoyed basically every song they've released so far. This one was one of my favorites. Really good. Uh, Music video was also probably one of the best of the bunch. Um, Although I wouldn't say that it tops Aries in the music video. I love the inverted colors in that one. That's my quick thoughts. What do you got, Jay, before we head out?
Uh, oh God. So my song of the week this week is "I Want It That Way" by the Backstreet Boys from their 1999 album Millennium. And
Mmm.
my boy Doof and I do be listening to that song a
Doof
lot.
song.
Doof song. So I have thoroughly enjoyed that song in the past couple of weeks, and I think
Yeah,
that is definitely a good song. And well, no,
I
it's
would
not
agree.
underrated because I think a lot of people like it,
Yeah.
but I think a lot of people hate it, and you should just not hate it. And then if you don't hate it, then you can smash like.
Smash like.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. All right, all right. See you guys in the next one. Thank you for
Peace out.
listening, and
Thank you for listening.
have a good day.
And have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.